All right, what's up, guys? We are back with another podcast episode, and today's guest does not really need any other introduction than that she has hit the most insane shot in all of pickleball, the merry-go-round at MLP Columbus. Welcome, Mary Brasha.
Dude, that was probably one of the best intros, I think, that you've done.
It probably is the best one I've done, except that I botched a couple words, so there is that. But, yeah. Okay, what I want to know first, though, is how mad were you after Julian proceeded to dump that shot in the net after you hit the world's greatest shot in the world?
Oh, my gosh. Well, first of all, hello, everyone. But I was definitely so mad at Julian.
Well,
how could he do that? Yeah, you know, it's on the outside. I'm like, hee. But on the inside, I'm like, you really had to ruin that, Julian. I'm just kidding. But no, like, that moment was one of the coolest in my career for sure.
No, that was like the whole room went nuts. And so when I was filming from a balcony and someone kind of had their head in the way of my camera, got it, but I couldn't quite see it, and it was a small screen or whatever. But the whole room erupted, and I'm going, okay, I just saw Julian dump it in the net. Like, why is everyone freaking out? And then when I went back later and saw it, I was like, that's why everyone freaked out. That's a good shot to freak out about.
You know, you probably had a bunch of people just messing up their ligaments where they're trying to practice that shot at home after you pulled it off.
Okay,
oh my gosh.
I saw that you said on social media that is a thing you've just been able to do. I actually thought you were being sarcastic at first, and then I realized I'm pretty sure you were being serious.
No, I am so serious about the fact that I hit this shot all the time in practice.
You practice this shot.
So I don't practice it, but you know, I hit a lot of weird shots in pickleball anyways. Like, my form can get a little wacky, but like, I hit a two-hand forehand sometimes. Like, the two-hand behind the head thing was something I've always done in tennis as a reflex volley.
Wait, in tennis?
Yeah. Like, if I'm warming up.
Has anyone else ever done that?
I don't know, but they should.
I feel like it's such a...
That's like a badminton shot, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I for real would be in a college tennis match warm-up with my team, and if the reflex volleys are coming to me, like, sometimes I'd just throw in the behind the head, and
did you ever do it in a game? It works. In tennis?
I think I've done it in a couple games, yeah.
Do people erupt in tennis when you do it too?
Oh, people always laugh because they just think it's funny that I hit these shots, because it's like, who thinks to do that? But I hope you guys do.
Nobody. I mean, I think the whole... I mean, you saw the video where Kyle tried to imitate it, right?
I did. He gave it his best.
He did. He wasn't even close.
Did he call you for tips?
You know, he should have, because I was really hoping he'd make it over. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's insane to me, because even just after I saw it, I tried just putting the paddle behind my head. I didn't even try and hit a ball. But I feel like I don't even have the arm flexibility, or like they're not long enough to like reach around my head.
Yeah. I can't do it because there's too many muscles around here for me to go behind my head.
Yeah, okay, well.
Whoa, yeah, nice.
That's definitely not the case.
Nice.
But yeah, regardless, that's like the craziest thing ever.
It was pretty crazy. But I hope you guys, send me your videos even more if you guys keep doing it on the court.
We should try it while we're here, like tomorrow or something. Yeah. We should just mess with it.
Or bring it out this weekend in the tournament.
That definitely won't happen. That definitely will not happen.
I'm going to try it at least once. Just for you.
Good. Yeah.
I hope we film it, because the other team will be laughing at what they just attempted.
They won't be laughing when I win.
It fools them. No one's expecting you to put the paddle behind your head with.
Well, I'm surprised DJ even managed to hit the ball back, because I think I would be in so much shock at what just happened that I just let it go past me.
I would have been shook.
He's probably not surprised. I've known him for a while, and I feel like he was probably, this is a typical.
Are there any other, did pros know about, like, other, peers of yours? Did they know you do that?
I had a lot of messages from old tennis friends. I had someone send me a photo. Like, one of my old coaches has a photo of me from when I played tennis doing that.
But not pickleball?
Not pickleball, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there's not one like rec that just knows you for doing that or something?
Oh, wait. I need to go back a minute. Yes. Like, in my rec games, friends have... I've done it before.
Okay. That's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope we see another one because it's the craziest thing I've
I
ever
know
seen.
it didn't come out this weekend, and I'm kind of upset, but
That would
it is what it is.
It's almost you're almost gonna be like Christian, where you're just like looking for any
does.
opportunity to do it, even if it's not a good one. You're like, I'm just gonna. It's like a forehand, and you slide over just to hit it behind
It's
your
fan
head.
service at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I think that's how Christian does it, but yeah. Anyways, so I wanted to do some warm up stuff too. So I'd like to know the worst pronunciation someone has ever had of your last name.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, how would you guys?
Brasha.
Yeah, you got. Oh yeah, you said.
Brasha.
It.
I mean, well,
Hello.
we've heard
Thank
it,
you. I
so-
was honored.
Okay. Well,
I mean, it feels fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
I could imagine people saying weird stuff.
Yeah, like Brasia.
Yeah, Braskia.
Braskia. Yeah. Brachia. Like, it's just, people need to
Brachia.
get it right.
People
but
get the S.
I know.
Brachia, that one would be kind of rough.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Is it more common than not that it gets messed up or no?
Oh, most people mess it up.
Really?
But just remember, I'm Italian, so it's like Brascia.
Okay, you're
okay, well,
Italian.
There you go.
That'll do it.
That answers
makes
my
it-
question because I was like, oh, is that of what origin is
Oh,
that
yeah.
last name? So it's Italian. So have you been to Italy or?
No, have you?
No, but I actually plan on going this summer sometime.
Oh, are you?
Well, look at
yeah.
this.
I didn't know.
B
that.
wants to
Wow.
go. My girlfriend wants to go.
I see. For how
Oh my
long?
gosh.
Maybe like a week.
Oh, okay.
But then she
that's
wants
not
to stop by Spain as well. So.
Well, I mean, you might as well. You're already over there.
That's right.
That would be fun.
What a vacation that would be.
right.
Have
Maybe
you
there's
been?
Pickleball there.
No.
Okay.
Would you like to go? Or I mean, I don't know.
Oh, Europe is on the bucket list for sure.
Oh, so you haven't
Yeah.
been to Europe?
I haven't been to Europe. I haven't been anywhere. So
Really?
Have you ever
I hope
been out of the
pickleball
country?
would take. Yes,
Oh,
I've been
okay.
to Canada.
Canada half counts.
Canada
It's-
kind of counts.
Shout outs to the
It's
Canadians.
half America.
Hey, I'm Canadian. Hey.
Okay.
And you act just like an American.
What's that
Oh
supposed
my
to
God.
mean?
That's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at least. But
Okay.
yeah. So just Canada?
I've been to the Caribbean, or do you
Okay.
say Caribbean? How do you guys say it?
I would
Go.
say Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends for me.
On what?
I say
Because like I used to say Pirates of the Caribbean, like,
Ah.
but now I say never mind. Wow, I'm
No.
really going off topic.
No, it's fine.
That's fine. This is just kind of how the podcast goes sometimes.
Okay.
I actually don't know how I would pronounce it, but I think I say Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's because that's how my mom says it. She has a thick Asian accent.
I see.
Yeah, Caribbean.
I see.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that would do it. Okay, so I also just want to know. So a couple people asked about this actually. So the 003 is still your main paddle, right, for doubles?
Yes.
Okay, so I love the 003. I only just recently stopped using it for the new carbon. You are the only pro. Hey, I might go
Insulted.
back. You never know. I actually do have a brand new one in my bag in there just in
Nice.
case for the tournament. But you're, as far as I'm aware, the only pro that uses that paddle. And I know you use the 002 for singles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you used to use it for doubles too, right?
Yes, you're
Okay.
correct.
What makes you not use the 002 for doubles? Like, why the 003?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually been ever since, I don't know, this past weekend, so that's recent, but I've been debating switching back to the 002 for doubles, but I love the 003 for the feel and touch I
Yeah,
have with it.
it does
It
feel
feels
good.
like a pillow. You
Yeah,
know,
it does.
My dinks, resets, that's a lot of my game, so the 003 really complements that, and
Yeah.
the 002 has a lot more pop, so if I switch back to the 002, I'll have to work on my resets again a
Yeah.
lot more. But the 003, I do think I might be the only one who uses it.
on the pro tour.
Yeah, everyone
that's kinda
we've talked
fun.
to. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely
I didn't
cool.
even think of that.
And I think do you let it up at all?
A little bit. Yeah, I put a little bit of tape on the bottom.
On the throat?
Yeah.
It's a similar area for me. I think I heard on another podcast, I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, no.
But I think it was, does your dad still set both your paddles up?
Yeah, so I'm
Adorable.
I'm so bad with equipment. I've never cared about equipment. I don't
But so
know
does your
if
dad just guess? He's like, oh, I think they'll like this.
Oh yeah, if he'll like test stuff and then like
Oh, does he play?
yes.
Oh, okay.
My
so
whole
he
family
knows.
plays. My dad's like the head pro at our club now,
Ah.
so we're very into pickleball.
I
you
see.
know?
I see.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, just with the tape, if it feels good, it feels good. And
How often does he get it wrong?
he kind of knows. I think it's that dad-daughter connection.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, that makes sense. I just know
Who
some
knows?
people are super particular.
Yes.
I mean, like I have pretty default areas for mine, but some paddles like the carbon, I don't really feel like it needs it. So I'm just trying to imagine if I was just doing it for someone else all the time. But I guess if it was someone I knew well, like if I did it for Will or something, eventually I would just know.
Yeah.
Okay, here's kind of usually what he likes. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's probably better to not be obsessed with the equipment.
I've just never like paid attention to, the paddle or racket I'm using, or like, it's all about the feel, I guess. And so now that I am very into pickleball, I feel like I have to care a little bit more about that stuff. You know? So it's an adjustment.
But enough to at least know, like when you pick something up, like I imagine you wouldn't just play with any of the paddles. I mean, clearly you're not using a 002.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some like the Power Air. My sister uses that.
Right, and you don't.
I can't. It feels way too like stiff.
I see.
But
And so is it like a reset thing with that one then?
I think so. But it's great. I need to shout out, Selkirk paddles are the best.
Selkirk shell.
But not my fit at the moment. You never know, though. I always feel like if something goes wrong in my game, I'm like, I need a new paddle. Do you ever feel
That's
that?
my excuse.
That was
all
me
the time.
today.
Yeah.
No, actually, that was both of us. We were playing singles today, just kind of getting ready for the tournament. And it was just like everything felt terrible.
Oh, no.
I think just from this week, MLP, working, shooting stuff, playing, it's just like I think we're reaching that exhaustion point. So it's like everything today felt horrible.
Yeah.
And the paddle we're both using is one of the. Think of it, it's kind of like a 002, but it hits even harder.
Wow.
So it's like if you're off, you're really
You're
off.
really bad.
Yeah.
Like if you start trying to like reset anything, it's just like, well, that's not going to happen today.
Yeah.
So that's how that felt.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you ever have many days where you're training and you're like, just nothing is clicking today? Like this is just not
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Usually it's always right after a tournament because I'm so addicted to pickleball that like I could have the longest weekend ever and I'm like, Monday I'm going back on the court, but I need to start not doing that because I always play bad that Monday after the tournament. Does that ever happen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, for
Yeah,
sure. I
yeah.
actually find that doesn't even have to be within a tournament, but let's just say I've been kind of in a, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm progressing pretty good and I like reach a league or something and I play just lights out. Pretty much guaranteed for the next week or two, I will play like garbage. I will feel like the worst I've ever played and then, it smooths out. But
We're talking about that's not like you all the time.
well, I mean, I didn't want to say
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Yeah, you'll learn very quickly if you haven't listened to this podcast very much. This is a very normal dynamic for us. There's a lot of that.
Yes. Well,
So.
speaking of tournaments, how many tournaments do you go throughout the year, and like, do you take a week off or anything, or is it just back to back to back, or how many per month?
So I was always kind of a part-time player until I graduated from school last May. So now I'm really in the full schedule. I'm going to pretty much every tournament on the PPA. And
Are you going to the Minnesota one?
I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be
Aren't
fun.
you
That's where I'm
there?
from.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I knew that.
Yep.
So I'm stoked to play indoors. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you think. Last year, people, it just moves a little slower because you're indoors. So some people like that. Some people don't like that. Easier to get to some of the balls. A little harder to put it away sometimes. So be curious to see what you think of it. But
Yeah.
the facility's nice. Championship court at that facility is like big. So it's pretty nice. But
Yeah. I'm excited.
So-
Because I haven't been in the cold in a while.
you're not messing. My wife texted me this morning. She was like, it's negative 20 outside. I do not want to leave the house today.
That sounds horrible.
That's what you're going to be feeling.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
get my winter coat.
You're definitely going to want a winter coat. You might want more than a winter coat, to be honest. Especially if you're from California. We had someone visit us recently from California. They had this light, almost just like a fashion designer jacket thing. I was like, that's not going to do anything for you here.
Jeez, yeah.
It's kind of rough. But how many tournaments did you do last year? Because I was actually looking at your points or whatever, and I'm assuming just based on the points that it wasn't. I'm assuming it's probably almost half of what it will be this year.
Yeah, I need to get these numbers in my head because I feel like people ask me questions like that. But I don't know, maybe like in between 10 to 15 last year.
For last year.
Probably 10.
Yep.
Because I didn't start playing full-time till June.
Okay.
So
So what about this year then?
this year I feel like I'm doing over 20 maybe. Plus MLP. So I'm going to be gone a lot.
26 like events. So are you afraid of just being burned out at all?
I am afraid of being burned out, but at the moment I'm not. So I'm really trying to like just keep enjoying it. But I feel like once I start, it's not going to happen, knock on wood. But like, if it becomes too much of a grind with the traveling, then maybe I'll have to cut back. But for now, I love it. And
you're
good.
managing it pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's been that's one thing I really like about the PPA is that a lot of the events are West Coast compared to being on the East Coast a lot. So it's convenient.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you do anything outside of pickleball right now just to kind of keep, separate yourself from it? Because right now, pretty much my job and my fun is all pickleball. So my mind is basically from when I wake up to when I go to bed, everything is pickleball. For my hobby, my job, everything. Do you have anything to like?
No, I relate to you.
You don't?
No, I do relate to you. I feel like my mind is just pickle all the time. I teach a little, but mainly training. And then when I'm not, I'm working out a little more, gotta be fit, I guess.
Wait, so how do you train then? Like, what are you practicing and who are you training with?
I train with all of the SoCal people. We have a really good crew.
Yeah. Who's in the crew? Who's in the squad?
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget some people, but
we'll let them know.
In my immediate area, because California, it's like kind of Southern California is LA, OC, San Diego. So in Orange County, it's obviously my sister's the most. I train with her the most, and then people like Moo, Warren, Derek Shearer, Hayden. Do you know all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know most of them.
Yeah.
I don't know Derek, I don't think, but I know
Okay,
Warren.
yeah.
Or at least I know that name.
Yeah. Moo.
Hayden.
Please tell me you know Moo.
Yes, I've heard.
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
I don't know.
He's iconic. So
Iconic
he's
for what?
the best. Just being the best human.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We need more people like that.
Right? So we just have a really good group, and I will drill singles, doubles. I like to play twice a day. So
Okay. And now how much of that is drilling versus games?
it's like more games than drilling, but
Okay.
I like to drill. Do you guys?
Yeah,
like
I
to?
enjoy drilling. I think I've talked about it on the podcast a little bit before, but it's difficult because so most of my stuff is just reviewing paddles, and I found the best way for me to review a paddle is playing games. Drilling is good, but I get the best feel for a paddle if I'm just playing games. So it just results in me playing a lot of games because I'm literally always reviewing a paddle. So I kind of have to choose, do I want to be getting better at pickleball or do I want to work? And usually work takes over. So I need to find a better balance there. It's not a very good balance right now.
Yeah.
So what makes you, which would you rather do? Because I have a feeling that as the game continues to progress and we keep having higher and higher level players come in, at some point it's going to need to be significantly more drilling than it is games, I would think.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I always have so many things I come away from a tournament with wanting to improve on. I mean, this past weekend with MLP, there's already so many things
Like what?
that come to my... Oh, well, I think this is common knowledge, but I'm not the most aggressive player, so...
The paddle did tell us that.
Yeah, maybe the 003 told you that, but 003, I should say. Anyway, what am I saying? Yeah, I gotta always work on my aggression. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm more defensive minded, but
Is it you feel you lack power, or you just don't think to like, I'm gonna attack the ball here, like I would rather reset it?
I definitely believe I can put the ball away. It's just a matter of like going for it, just playing like with no hesitation. So hopefully there's more of that coming in the tournaments to come.
I see. What do you think you'll have to do to like flip that switch? Because it sounds mostly mental.
For me, it's breaking like bad habits, honestly. Yeah,
Oh.
mental. I just have some habits like that. I mean, for example, when you drop a third, I still sometimes will like stay back and like not follow, even if it's really good.
Even if you know
that's
it's
just
good.
an example. Yeah. I mean, I do most of the time, but it's just bad habits that I need to break. And then once I break that, and I've been playing for a little over 2 years, but I still do these things. So it takes time, I guess.
Oh, it definitely
Yeah.
You don't have
takes time.
your like sister or your practice partners or your dad just yelling at you?
Oh,
when you're doing?
oh,
They do all the time.
Maggie's always on my case. She's kind of the like strategy in our partnership. She's my main women's partner, so she always has the strategy and telling me, Mary, you gotta do this, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
That's actually perfect because I wanted to ask you some questions about that.
Okay.
First question, which I'm sure you hear this all the time, and I want you to tell me how often you hear this, but who is better between you two?
Oh my gosh.
There we go. I was waiting for this.
I actually always tell people that she is. Maybe that's just me being nice, but I think this is not a funny answer. It's serious, but
No, that's fine.
we just have different strengths and weaknesses, so we complement each other.
I'm
if that makes
assuming
sense.
based on that, and what you've said previously, I'm assuming
Yeah.
you're the right side and she's left.
I
then.
am. I love the right side. I love it. Yes.
Let's say you had to play a tournament where you and Maggie just switched for a tournament, would that feel very uncomfortable? You'd be like, no, it's fine.
No, it's fine. Like, I used to play the left in our partnership when we first started. I mean, we would just play straight up,
Yeah.
I think. Actually, well, but fun fact, we did one time take a game off the waters at Nationals, and I was on the left. So, I mean,
Hey.
you never know.
There you go.
Right? But
Are you
I
going to be
say that
playing with
'cause
her? Are you going to be playing with her for the rest of the year?
with Maggie,
Yes.
yes. And then
Okay.
when she's not able to go because of school, I'll play with Lauren Stratman. So that'll be fun. What was I going to say? Something just about, just we complement each other. It's great. Yeah.
Would you? I guess if we're talking power, who is better at putting the ball away? I mean, obviously, you're saying
Ooh, I feel like I have it within me. I just
You choose
when the
not
time
to.
is right, I will do it. But she ends.
Basically,
some point.
Mary decides not to choose violence.
Yeah.
she's holding
I
back for the
know.
rest of the tour so people can earn some money now.
Yep.
Before
and
she
then
just
here
owns
I
the
come.
tournament.
Exactly.
No, what it is she's resetting the ball so people will speed up her so she can do her trick shots.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like, you can get the game, but I'm gonna be goated in
Yep.
this highlight.
Yeah.
Yep. I do it for the highlight.
Playing the long game.
Yes.
the smart game.
Yes.
No, that makes sense. So, I mean, obviously, so I play with my brother too, and that's just, I find it nice for a multitude of reasons. One, you can be very blunt with your sibling if
Yeah.
something's not working, where there's more dynamics with other people. Do you envision you guys always playing? I'm sure there's a lot of variables to this, but do you always picture yourself playing together? Or if someone, like another higher ranked player, came to either of you and was like, will you play these tournaments with me? Would both of you be like, please go play that?
Ooh, this has happened to both of us, but no, we stick it out together.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wow.
So
you're all loyal.
We're loyal.
I would have dropped my brother or my sibling like a goodbye.
Yeah, I shouldn't, because you never know, but I do think, I don't really believe, even though it is my sister, so that could be different, I guess. I feel like if anyone would understand me dropping for, playing with someone, she'd be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But, I don't ever plan to do that. She doesn't either.
Yeah.
But partner dropping's not my thing.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing to not have. You don't. Yeah, you don't want to be known for that. But yeah, I think the sibling dynamic has to be interesting. Do you guys ever on court in a tournament? Are you ever arguing? What does that look like?
Oh my gosh, of course.
But what
yeah.
does it look like? Who's the one getting frustrated first, and how does it get resolved, or does it not get resolved?
Okay, so I've heard that most people wouldn't notice if we're fighting or angry. People said, we couldn't even tell. So that's good. I guess we keep it pretty
Civil.
cool to the outside perspective, but we know each other's
Body language.
ticks and body language that I feel like she'd be irritated with me sometimes, then I don't know. We're also different, which most people know this too. I'm very woo 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 all the time.
Yeah.
She's more composed, focused. So we are opposites. So if I win a point and I go, yeah, she'll say, can you be quiet?
Does she really?
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in a nice way, but
maybe not
shut your
even a
mouth,
nice way.
Mary.
I don't know, but it's kind of that kind of sibling stuff that maybe other partners
Interesting.
think that too, but she'll just say it to me. I don't know. So
Interesting. That was going to be one of the things I want to talk about is on the court. You are easily one of the happiest people on the court by a long shot. Like you always look like you're having a good time. And even with the Columbus, I watched you with a bunch of your partners. Very supportive.
Oh, good.
Like I feel you could not have had a partner yet that was like, no, I did not like playing with Mary.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully we've all had fun, but it's true, genuine fun because it's pickleball. Like, how can you not have fun? Of course, when you're losing, you're going to be a little upset.
Yeah.
I don't play well when I'm angry, period. Like, if I'm just mad, I'm going to suck. So I have to be happy to play well.
How often do you get angry to the point where it's like actually affecting your performance?
Never.
I'm trying to think of a recent example, but there have been some.
There has?
There has?
Yeah, like I feel
But
like
not recently.
Yeah, I can't think of anything recently.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing.
So that's good, yeah.
Like I said, I have literally never seen it once. It's just always smiling. I feel like you just like, if you dumped a ball and they'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah, because it's more just like, and I don't want to watch someone who's,
Angry.
Like,
Yeah,
it makes
for
me
sure.
annoyed. I'm like, ugh, you get to play pickleball. Like, it's like,
Yeah, be happy.
there's nothing to be angry about. I don't know. That's just how I see it. So.
No, I agree. I think I think for everyone's well-being, it's better. I feel like partners would appreciate it. There's less pressure on the partner. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but there's obviously people. It's just like you watch them with a partner and you're like, holy cow.
Yeah.
That partner cannot be having
And then
a
I
good
feel
time.
uncomfortable. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that looks awkward. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that definitely feels awkward. But at this point, would you say you're better at singles or doubles?
ooh. I feel like I'm maybe known more for singles these days because I did okay.
You had some good highlights
some
from
stuff.
I think Columbus.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh.
I think one actually just popped up in my feed today.
Which
Funny
one?
enough. I don't know, but I remember seeing one from Columbus
Oh my
today when I was
gosh.
looking some stuff up.
Yeah.
Wait, who was it? Do you remember?
If we're thinking of the same, I have one highlight where I was playing against Wes
Yes,
Burrows.
that's the one I was thinking.
I
Wes
think I
Burrows.
was
He's my
filming
friend,
that,
but
actually.
it's kind of always fun when the
Not on
girl
the
plays
court.
the guy and the girl wins some points. It's always funny because what are my odds to beat him, in a real match? He's pretty dang good, but in the Dream Breaker, I'm glad I could contribute and have a highlight reel as a result.
He couldn't even be mad at you because you were so happy. Dang it! Why do you have to be so happy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. If someone is ever mad at you on the court, I will not be a fan of them.
I'll come to you guys and you guys can, back me up. Like,
We'll
fight
roast them
them
on the podcast or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. We'll do something because
Yeah.
that would not be good.
Oh, yeah, I was
No.
about to say we're coming to back her up on the court. Yeah, we're like the two most intimidating people.
Yeah, I won't help you on the court, but I'll help you verbally.
It's
Here
okay,
we
I'll
go.
help you on the court.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, no, so singles is what you would say then?
I feel I'm better at doubles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you enjoy them about the same or no?
Singles is streaky, If
Yeah.
I'm doing well, I'm loving it. If I'm not, you're by yourself.
It's the
so
worst
it's
thing.
sad.
Do you have a strategy for singles when you do play singles? Let us
I
go through.
do have different game plans depending on my opponent, but
Okay, run us through like a game plan that you think
oh
of.
wow, I don't know if I can reveal
Okay,
all my
okay,
secrets,
all right,
but
let's-
no.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, maybe not
I
even
definitely like to for stuff that's been on YouTube or whatever. I
Yeah,
like to
people can
come
go
up
look.
to the net. So
You say
I
you
like
do?
I like to get up to the net a lot in singles. So if I can, I will. And I think that's effective, and I think it's common knowledge kind of in women's singles. It's not as known for girls to go up to the net as much as I
a
feel
lot of
like guys
baseline.
singles. Everyone's coming up.
Well,
to the
I feel
net,
like if
you
in the
know.
guys, if you don't go to the net, you essentially lost the point.
Yeah.
Or you
It's
have
like-
to grind so hard to get back into it if you don't go off the return.
Yeah, it's like
That it-
lose now or lose later. Yeah, like lose now or lose eventually.
You're just losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you find it advantageous or not in women's singles? Because I know, like, a lot of the women have great passing shots, so I feel like it's
Yeah.
potentially a trade-off because a bunch of them will just smack it at the baseline for eternity, or until there's just a short ball that's very easy. Is that what you're looking for, or will you go off the serve return?
Ooh, I mean, it just depends. Both. Like,
Sure.
Yeah, the goal is to get in as quick as I can, and if someone passes me, I guess I have to just move on. And like I said, singles, even with my emotions, it's streaky, you know, if I'm playing well. But even the game in general, I feel like is a game of runs, and you can go on a run of like 10 points in a row passing, and then you could miss like 50 passes in a row.
That was us today.
Yeah, that was literally us
Yeah.
today.
Mostly
So-
Chris, though.
That's true. I will admit that.
It's tough.
Well, then let's move on to
Okay.
doubles then. Like, so you like to play the right side.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going through your head when you play the right side? I'm assuming you're trying to be proactive, but what are you looking for? What are you trying to do?
Definitely trying to be consistent and set up my partner.
But what does that mean, though? Like, I hear people say that, like, set up my partner, but how do you actually do that?
So the goal is, you know, to keep the ball, you know, in control and down, and so your opponent will make a mistake, and then if the ball's up, then my opponent can put it away.
Your partner can put it
What
away.
did I say? Oh, my partner. I can't talk. I don't want my opponent to put it away. Oh my gosh. No, I can't
She
speak.
just
Sorry.
Maggie's sitting here home like, oh my.
This is what I have to deal with.
Thank you for correcting me, because, you know, sometimes words just don't.
Wow, this
Words
at
are
this
hard.
hour in the
Words are
evening.
hard.
It is, so everyone knows. I don't know exactly when this episode will be up. It'll probably be a bit after this MLP, but it is after MLP and it's later in the evening, so it's like everyone's a little bit tired. From
Well,
the weekend.
and my voice is just mellow right now. Like, I just feel like I'm hoarse from screaming for my team all weekend.
I think that was probably almost everyone at MLP.
Yeah.
If they weren't, they were probably one of the teams that went out early.
Yeah. Did you guys have a favorite team that you watched?
Oh, man. I mean, I really liked watching the fives. I thought they were super entertaining. They just had so many good matches. Dream Breakers were obviously highly entertaining. Mad Drops were really fun, which so because of the teams changing all the time, I got confused.
Yeah.
I just was thinking the previous Columbus, and when I was looking at the bracket, and I was like, oh, it's like Mary's in the semifinals with the Mad Drops. And then I was looking at the team, I was like, nope,
Yeah.
I'm completely wrong there. So
It's
Isn't
hard to
that
get behind a
sad?
team.
Hustlers
right now.
were fun to watch.
Yes.
I like them. I would say
Smash.
fives, Mad Drops.
Florida
Yeah.
Smash.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of them. I mean, well, okay, obviously you're going to say your team. I was going to say how about you, but
Oh, no, I love my team, and I love that this weekend we had Stefan step in for Riley. I don't know if you guys know him very well.
Stefan Auburn?
Yeah.
How do you
he's
say his
just-
last name?
Auburn.
Okay, so I said it
I
right.
think.
Okay.
So correct me, Stefan.
Wait, you don't even know your
If
team's
not,
name.
I know I'm fake. I guess. I guess
You
I'm
didn't care about her
fake.
hey, it was an alternate.
Jeez.
It was an alternate.
No, he's so. Oh my gosh, he's just the best, and so I was so glad we picked him up this weekend. But it will be cool to see the team when Riley's back from Australia.
That will be fun to watch.
Will
I
you
think
be
we're
playing
gonna-
with Riley?
No, probably Lindsay.
You never know, but I think the smarter decision. I mean, I think they won national championships together, or at least been in the finals. So
Yeah.
that would be a tough team to beat, and I think we're gonna make a run at Daytona
Yeah.
for sure.
When is the Daytona one?
March.
March. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like having Riley there it'll be very fun to see him in an MLP format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he would bring some good energy for that.
Yeah.
All right, so which you've only have competed in Columbus MLP and this MLP, right? Or did you
Oh,
compete
I
in
was
both?
actually in the other one.
You were in the other one? I don't remember.
But
Where you
that's
been? But
I'm
it's hard to keep
always kind
track
of
of.
low key. I just show up. But yes, I was in the first two as well.
Which one did you like? Which MLP has been your favorite?
Columbus, but I
Really?
also love Newport because that's where I live.
Oh yeah,
so.
you're right. Of course. How did I miss Newport? We had a tough time discerning between you and your sister. You and your sister were on the same team.
Oh yeah, we
Just
were.
you. I wasn't there.
Oh,
That's right.
We'll make that clear.
Wait, when you play together, do refs mess you guys up? Like, wait, wrong server, right?
yeah. People always mess us up. I don't think we look alike, but some people
I
do.
definitely feel like, I mean, initially, before I knew anything about you guys, it took me a second to figure out who was who. But once I saw pictures of you both side by side, I feel like after that,
Yeah.
it was very obvious to me
Good.
who was who.
Good.
So I don't know how people.
The way I
confuse
remembered
themselves.
was the paddles.
Oh yeah.
That's how I first started. I was like,
Nice.
okay, Maggie plays with the power air.
Yeah. Yep.
Easy enough, done deal.
Yep. That's one way.
What did you think about this one? Because from a viewer standpoint, I thought I liked this one more than Columbus, which Columbus was awesome. I thought it was fantastic, but this one was just really good.
Yeah, I love the Legacy venue and just how many courts there are, how spacious it is, and the experience as a player, and I'm sure as a fan too. Like, it was great overall, and I thought the event was pretty well run. But yeah, MLP, just to be honest, like from a viewership perspective, I think it's so exciting, but playing it is very stressful, in my opinion. It's so fun, but it is high pressure, and I think some other players would agree with that too.
What makes it more pressure for you?
It's quick. Like, I feel like but you know, I kind of like a 2 out of 3. You can get into the match, warm up. I mean, rally scoring is very, very quick. So I think there's a different approach to it, and depends player to player, but it's a different style of pickleball than I think a 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
maybe. Sure.
Do you thrive better under an MLP scenario or the other one?
I'm not sure yet still. I feel like it just depends on the match, but I think I prefer like a longer tournament match, but I enjoy being on a team and, you know, playing different matchups. But every match is so close.
Yeah, they're so close.
This weekend, I had so many like 21-23, or AJ and I played mixed, and we were down 8-20 and came back to 19-20. But
See,
then couldn't.
I saw that.
Yeah, and we couldn't get the last point. How does that happen? But you know, it's the thought that counts.
It was you and AJ in that one ridiculous highlight that Julian had.
Oh
right?
my gosh, why is every highlight with like the mad drops from Columbus crew? I'm kidding. Yeah, all 3 of us were on the court at the same time. That was funny. But yeah,
that whole point was just absolutely insane.
Julian's just a
Bonkers.
highlight reel in general. I feel like, you know, he hits all these
Dude,
He's very flashy.
wild
This
shots.
MLP?
Yeah, he's flashy.
He was like
I mean, he
probably
won
the best I've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
He felt like he couldn't miss anything, and he was everywhere.
I'm really happy that he did well. Like, I think he's awesome, and I love his energy, and I got to play with him in a tournament once, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah,
He seems like he would be I feel like he would fit you well. Like, you both would get
Yeah.
hyped together. Obviously, he's probably a little louder than you are.
yeah, he is. But we had a very good result together when we played in Newport. I don't know if you know about it,
No?
but
Which
we actually
tournament?
beat Ben Johns together.
In mixed?
Julian and I did.
In not
Takea.
MLP.
Yeah, like
Just-
the Takea
Oh.
PPA tournament. So like,
You beat
I feel
Ben
like
and
it was not Anna, it was Catherine.
Catherine.
But it was a
Okay.
tough
No, that's
team.
still
That's
solid.
still a good.
Yeah, that's a great win.
But I just feel like Julian is that kind of player that can just beat anyone, and
On any
I'm just
given
there
day.
to support, you know. But he is so good.
I'm curious what you think of this. So Julian's an interesting one online. I don't know how. Well, first we'll go here. How often do you read like the Facebook forums or just Instagram? Like, how much do you keep up with the social media of pickleball?
Any.
From the sounds
Yeah,
of it.
I kind of refuse to read forums or blogs or any of that.
Better.
smart.
Good. Yeah, smart.
That's
Don't do it.
definitely better for you. But so what I find interesting is there are a few players on tour that I think are misunderstood or they have like not necessarily a bad reputation, but they get some kind of weird hate. So like a lot
Oh
of
my
who?
gosh,
Who?
don't get me started. But
Oh,
yeah.
tell us.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. But so I feel like Julian gets a lot of hate, and I don't understand it. For a while, I thought it was a little
What?
annoying, like how loud he would get. But then I realized, one, he's not really doing it at the opponent. It's just for himself. Like, he's just hyping himself up. And every person I've talked to, they love Julian. They're like, he is one of the nicest guys. Like, he's super chill. I haven't really talked to him much myself yet, but I've heard it enough times to at least
Yeah, no, he's a
believe
dope.
that's true.
He's a dope
Yeah,
dude. I
I'm
talked
just
to him a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm retweeting everything you just said. Like, he's just a cool guy, and when he first started pickleball, he was still living in San Luis Obispo, I believe. And so he would come down to Orange County and train with Dan Rodiddy, who was he's still like a big mentor coach in my life. So he would come down, and Dan saw the potential. I think a lot of people saw the potential, and he just has that bouncing around, and he's just always fired up. And I think that is so good for pickleball because it's a quick hands game.
Who's hating on Julie?
People
still?
I saw even just from this MLP, I saw a couple comments that I won't go into on the podcast. It doesn't really matter, but I always get confused. I'm like, I don't know. He seems like he's loud, but that's it. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of people who are loud. Rafa Hewitt's loud. Tyson likes to get loud.
Yeah.
Maybe not as loud, but.
So are they hating on them too? Like Rafa and Tyson? No?
And here's the thing. So this was one of the things that I saw Julian do that I was, after this, I was officially like, okay, he's legit. It was at Nationals. He was in the finals with Ben Johnson singles, and he had recovered a ball and lobbed it, and Ben was backing up near the baseline getting ready to hit an overhead, and Julian yelled sit, like he was telling the ball sit, because he thought it was going to be out, and it was right as Ben was swinging, so Ben dumped it in the net, and Julian was like, just give it to him, just give it, like it's his point. And after that I was like, dude, it was like he didn't have to do that.
Wow.
The ref didn't call it, so I don't know.
Did Ben take it?
Yeah, Ben took it. Like he was,
of course he did.
He put his hand up. I mean, it's the finals. Most people would probably take it if they're offered it, but I don't know. I just thought that was very nice. So I don't know.
Good sport.
So what? Don't get you started on what though. You were about to go off on something or someone.
Oh,
I need to know now.
I probably shouldn't, but just that I feel like even in the past, some blogs have kind of given some shade to my sister, and really? I just think
to your sister.
Yes,
why?
It's true for no reason.
Shade about her play.
Yeah, for no she's unproblematic. You know what I'm saying? She's
I've
just
never heard a bad thing about either of you.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah. You guys aren't paying. Okay, maybe. And we're
pretty involved in pickleball.
This was a while ago.
Sure.
Just some stuff about her play, but it's fine now.
Yeah,
everything. Let's just say things are fine now. There's respect now, but I just don't understand people who can make comments when they don't know the real information of something that happens, and it's just for what? She's unproblematic. She's just showing up to play a pickleball tournament. It's not like she cares, and it's such a small community that I feel like everyone knows everything about it. It's just interesting.
Yeah,
so
be nice
I
out there,
do not.
guys.
Yeah, be nice, people.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna blast you on the pod.
I just personally don't read things because I'm one of those people who I'm always working on not caring what people think about me. So
that's good.
I just shouldn't read that.
What's that?
I'll be like,
well, in that case, Mary, let me tell you what I really.
I know. I'm gonna become all sad.
I genuinely don't think I've ever seen a negative thing said about you.
Okay.
I was even on some of the forums today just searching your name to see what would come up, and just if there were any interesting talking points. A lot of it was the merry-go-round shot and then just some other random positive stuff.
That's good.
It would be a little ludicrous if someone had something bad to say, but I don't know. Sometimes the forums are pretty toxic.
They're brutal.
Yeah,
they're
brutal.
definitely brutal. I see some. People love to. I think at some point in my life, I don't know if it was just how I was raised or what, but I got very good at understanding there are always two sides to every story. And on Facebook, whatever first story comes out, that's what everyone's going with. And they're like, the other person is terrible.
And they take it and go to the extreme.
Always the extreme.
Yeah. I will say, Mary, when I first met you, I wasn't sure. I couldn't get a read on you. I was like, is she really? Are you really that happy? I just couldn't tell.
Oh my gosh. I hope I didn't seem.
No, not at all. I mean, that's just me, being skeptical.
Is this girl fake? I don't know, but
I was like, no one can be this happy all the time. I was like, you don't even know me,
Yeah.
But no, you were chill. Yeah, we found at a PPA beach tree. Yeah.
Yes, when we sat under the tree.
Yeah, you saved me a spot under the shade.
She even remembers.
Yeah, nice. I was like, all right, Mary saved me a spot. Yo, Mary's legit.
Yeah,
I found that tree in Georgia, and I am just so glad I did because we all got to, hang out in between matches.
Yeah.
Which was so funny. And then, there was shade. So
shade is always
it's a
good.
win-win.
That's shade is always good.
Not the bad kind.
Not the bad kind.
Not the bad kind of shade.
Yeah.
Were you ever at any point more invested in kind of like just seeing what people were saying, or have you always kind of been like, I'll stay off social media. I don't really care.
Yeah, I definitely used to read stuff, but as I've started getting into it, I feel like for some reason, it is fascinating, but people just care so much and love to talk about everything, players. I know this now too. Like like I said, I'm under the radar. I feel like I just show up, I play, and hope to stay that way, and not have anything weird happen where people talk about it. So
yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
You never know, but people can say some mean things online.
Well, this leads me into a topic that might not keep you under the radar, and you can choose to talk about it or not talk about it. Up to you. But I am planning to ask every pro that I interview, male or female, doesn't matter, because on Facebook, anywhere, mixed doubles amongst rec players is always a hot topic, and I want to hear your take on mixed doubles, because everyone is always okay. Here's how it mostly goes. It's always a highlight reel that people get mad at, where the guy's running all over the court, hitting like every single ball, which is not how all of mixed goes. But then people sitting there like, just go play singles, like just let the girl play, like she probably dinks better than you, yada yada yada, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just want your whole take on it. How do you feel about it? Like most people just say, I want to win. I'll do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
But does it feel better when a guy comes over and does that or not?
Or do you care? But also, wait, I wonder, have you seen Shay's latest video where... Oh, man.
We'll show it to you after this.
Okay, it's a reaction video.
It's how pros play mixed doubles.
Oh, I'm ready to see
how mixed pros? Should we show it right now? We could do a reaction.
Do you have your phone?
I do have my phone on me.
Grab your phone.
While he's finding it, basically, I was going to bring this up when we started talking about forums, how someone always has a comment on mixed. But if I am like, guy, you take everything that you want to take. And I think the only other thing I'd add, which maybe some other people have said, but dinks, I feel like if the guy's going to do something with it that's going to improve our chance to win the point, take it, but maybe let me hit a few.
Sure.
If you're not going to do something, effective with
Do you feel that they need to, like it needs to be a speed up, or, because what I've seen is a lot of, or what I feel I have seen, and just watching some games, like a lot of times the guy may just dink straight ahead of you just to get the ball back cross court to himself. What do you feel they need to do with it?
Yeah, move the ball or, speed it up. To me, it doesn't matter, but I don't think it's necessary for the guy to come all the way over, like in front of me just to like
hit a dink.
Hit a dink. I could have done that, bro.
Yeah, I just don't think, and I feel like that's a conversation that you and your partner, some girls, they probably want that. I don't know. And figuring it out with your partner. And that's why I think moving forward in pickleball, more continuous, steady partnerships are more important.
Well, that's the reason why I asked you, is like when you're playing the right side, like what are you looking for? And how are you trying to set up, your partner so that
I like to dink, so
are you putting any spins on it? Are you aiming for any location?
I do a lot of different types of dinks. A slice dink, more of a pancake. Yeah, I cannot talk. Pancake. I need to like say my words. All of the different dinks.
Sure.
Move it. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Well, show her the video. Let's just see her reaction. I think you'll like this. We think it's hilarious.
Did he leave?
Yeah, Shay went to the gym.
Okay. Good for him.
How pros play mixed doubles pickleball.
Mine. Yeah.
I got it.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Lee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude.
I had to. Yours are always illegal. Be happy for me.
1, 10, 2.
Yo, I got this.
Gosh,
Give me a little space here, okay?
Let's go.
Yo,
How
what
does
the
that
hell
feel?
are you doing?
My
I
ball.
thought you wanted to win.
My ball.
I'm out of here. Never again.
Point. Game. Match.
Bye. That's amazing. That's so creative.
So obviously those are all extreme, like completely absurd examples, but does mixed ever feel like that video to you?
Oh yeah.
In a bad way?
Like no, in a good, like when I saw Shay, like, you know, what was he doing? Like Bert going across, like, you know, if you win the point, do it, and I will gladly stand right there behind you and be like, nice. But
what if your partner actually came out of you and took your paddle out of your hand just so they could hit it?
I mean, that would be something. I would hope the ball doesn't come back, because I don't know, I'd have to use my feet or something.
Yeah, you would have absolutely nothing at that point.
Wow.
But I just think it's an interesting conversation. I mean, you see guys where, you know, maybe they come over and they mess up, and I think that's also where people get upset, is when the guy doesn't finish something, and then everyone's like, well, if they just let the girl hit the ball. And I just always look at it like, these are people competing for money. If you think they just showed up and the female has no idea that this is going to happen, or that the guy has no idea that this is what they talked about, like, that's, you don't show up and compete for money and not have a plan, right?
Yeah.
So,
oh, please, like, yeah, take every ball if you can. And
do you feel there's a lot of pressure on the women in mixed? Like, obviously you have another guy trying to pressure you as much as possible. Does it feel that way when you're playing, that
you
there's
know
a lot of
what's
pressure?
funny? I actually also think there's a lot of pressure on the guy too, to be like the, you know, shape the point, be on, finish the point. Like, that's a lot of pressure as the guy. But yeah, Michael as like the girl in mixed, which I know there's more aggressive girls than others, but is to just I keep saying that, but set him up, dink well, you know, move the ball around.
No, that makes sense. And that's kind of what I thought it was going to be. I mean, I don't think, at least amongst the pros, that there is a wide variety. I'm actually waiting for some pro, specifically a female pro, to be like, I hate it. I hate mixed. I don't want them to come over.
Yeah.
Do you know someone who actually hates it, or thinks that they can tone it down? Or maybe even a girl or a one pro who actually would prefer to play the left side? I'm just curious.
I mean, I feel like someone who definitely could would be Anna Lee. Like, she's pretty good. But no, today I was playing some rec with Jessie, and she's so freaking good. Like,
so good.
You know, I feel like she could play the guys role in mixed doubles, because we were playing today, and I'm like, yeah, you go.
Did you see that happen at MLP? Did you watch the Florida Smash semifinal?
I need to watch it, because I heard she was like yelling with Julian back and forth, and it sounded fun.
Wrecking him.
That's amazing.
She was on. We were went
talking
back and
about
watched it on TV.
Yeah,
absolutely insane. And they actually switched and put Jessie on the left and Colin on the right, which, you know,
also makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Colin, that is kind of his side, but you got to be pretty on to be against Julian and also be on the left.
And Julian was still playing like on fire, but Jessie was matching and coming out on top. Like, I think like 5-6 rallies in a row, crushed him.
Yeah, she's a queen.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
Yeah, I do think, but I don't know. I know she loves mixed doubles too. Like, just being like, yeah, you go, guy, you go. Like,
so that's what I always find funny about this. I actually think there was one Instagram account, I don't remember which, but basically it was all these screenshots over a mixed point that was like, let the women play, let the women play, let the women. And it was Anna Lee and Ben in the post. And then there was a comment of Anna Lee that's like, I don't care. Like, let him, if he wants to do that, go for it. And then people were still commenting saying, no, it's like they didn't realize it was her commenting or something. So
I remember that.
I just think it's
people
funny.
People crack me up.
I know, right? Like, and I understand in rec, right? If you are in an amateur that's playing rec, you just want to play the game. You're not trying to win all the time. You would like to win, but you also want to hit a ball.
Right.
That's why you always lose.
Well, you know.
Now we know the truth.
And now we know the truth. But yeah, I think that was a fun little take on mixed doubles that I kind of, once I heard you say the right side stuff, I was like, wow, she probably doesn't care about how the guy coming over. But
well, she kind of cared. I think she's cared more than I guess who else do we have?
Just Anna. As a female, at least. And Anna was like, yeah, whatever. She's just like, you can hit the ball harder, basically. Yeah. Go for it.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
Mixed.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Don't tell my sister. But I love mixed doubles. I think it's so fun. You know, it's just.
Guess we should have asked you that before the mixed question.
Well,
that would have set the tone.
And a lot of energy, like, I don't know. A lot of the guys I choose to play with have like great energy, so it's just fun. And then like, I mean, women's is a given. I love playing with my sister, but you know, mixed is just fun.
Do you have a top 2 mixed partners you've ever had? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
No, she does. She does. Don't be nice.
I'm trying to think. Like I've liked a lot of the guys I've played with. I don't think I've ever had a bad experience in mixed doubles because I know some of my friends.
What are you talking about? Julian messed up your one shot.
That was probably the worst experience, actually. That was the worst matchup. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like that was one of the best MLP matches. Maybe I'm biased because I was in it, but when Mad Drops played the Ranchers, it was fun.
It was hype.
Yeah.
It was so fun, but I'm playing a lot of the year with Federico and a couple different partners sprinkled here and there, a few with Dylan Frazier, so that'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
How is it playing with Federico? Because everybody, the announcers always comment that he's a singles player.
No, watch out, guys, because he played so well at MLP this weekend, and
he did surprise me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like guys that play, this is my take on finding a mixed partner too, a guy that is good at singles, you know, you can cover a lot of court and you're quick. And I think when I first met him, he became like a partner of mine because another partner like couldn't play last minute. So it was kind of a blind date and we did really well in our first tournament. So there we go. We're now playing together more.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think the progression is? So for a lot of men, it seems like, especially if you're coming from tennis, we'll just assume that now because that's where a lot of the high level people come from. For the guys, a lot of times the progression goes men's, then mixed, singles, then mixed, then men's is what they get good at in order. Do you feel it's the same for women's as well, or do you think the order changes?
Yeah, I feel like if someone's new, you should start in singles because then you'll get discovered. If you do well in singles, then your partnerships will be stronger because of the singles. Because you can control like
your performance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then I would say it's the same. Yeah, mixed then.
Do you feel like it's hard? I feel like in doubles, right, to break through. Obviously, you said do well in singles, but then when you get to doubles, to get stronger partners, right? Once you get a decent enough partner, you have to perform well, I feel like. Or if you don't hit those numbers, then and if you're not the better player or whatnot, then your partner's going to drop you. To try and find a better partner so that they keep on moving up the ranks.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in building with someone who kind of has the same goals and mindset as you, because I feel like there is such a select group of like the top elite players, so it's really hard to like break through that, or you get like lucky or something. Something is a fallout of something.
Play with each other.
But yeah, I definitely think pairing up with someone kind of in going together is kind of the way.
Was it hard?
That's kind of what you're asking. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that is exactly what I was asking.
Is it hard, or was it hard for you to line up partners for this year? Like, what is that process usually? Well, women's is obviously said and done, but I guess then it's just mixed, I suppose. But what do those conversations usually look like? Are you just, obviously you're friends with a lot of people, are you just texting people that you think are open and saying, hey, do you want to play this year? Or what is that?
Yeah, I kind of just don't really care if someone says yes or no. I feel like you should always ask who you want to play with.
So you just send a giant group text message. Which one of you wants to play with me?
Here we are. Yeah, take me or leave me. But
here's my resume.
Yes, exactly. I send the full resume. But yeah, I just will ask and they'll ask me, and then I've planned my whole year, so there you go.
When did you finish planning your whole entire year for your partners?
December.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of a weird thought, to plan that far in advance, because I also think not planning can be a really good thing because there's always new players.
New players coming up. I mean, last year with Paris.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Paris just kind of came in and all of a sudden was like, I would like to have this person as my partner, please. You know what I mean?
So there's always someone new.
Yeah, there's definitely always someone new.
Anybody new that we should be on the lookout for that you've seen?
Well, this weekend in Desert Ridge, I'm playing mixed with Connor Garnett.
Oh my gosh, Connor, so
Dude's got a
Have you
nasty
guys met
backhand.
him yet?
Yeah, I met him at minor league pickleball. I got to watch him play
nice.
and whatnot. And the man has probably the best two-handed backhand in the game, and especially at the kitchen line. I think it's top notch. And I think I mentioned before on the pod, the only other people I think that match him, at least at the net for the two-handed backhand, is
Anna Lee, probably.
Paris Todd, probably Riley, and oh my gosh, Anik.
Anik.
Oh yeah, I've
Rouhani.
been hearing about him.
Those guys have the
He's
He's
best,
from Minnesota as well. He's got a nasty backhand.
the best two-handed backhands I've ever
Nice.
seen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited to play with Connor. I should say I'm so excited. I sound so mellow right now, but
you're
anyway.
good. I hope everyone understands. Again, it is MLP is
But that's
long.
actually how I am too. I'm just kind of I think I'm pretty laid
Monotone.
back. But
definitely not monotone.
oh my gosh, but
There's one
you know,
cadence,
Yeah.
to the way you talk.
I guess it's the California vibe or
Vibe.
something. I don't know.
No, it's straight.
But yeah, I'm
many are you doing
excited
with
to
him?
play
Just
with
this
him.
one?
Just this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if you guys win? Or is there an
I know,
open-ended
you
contract to
You never
play
know.
more?
You never know. Things could and I think that's something that should come into pro pickleball, our partner contracts, because things happen. And I think, stuff just is always changing. So partnerships should be kind of open, which
Right.
I think my partners and I are, like I said, we're all on the same page. We have the same goals. So
Interesting.
yeah, Connor and I are hoping to make a run. So look out for us.
We'll be looking out for you for sure.
I definitely want to watch that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. He just seems like he's been making a lot of noise recently.
Yeah.
And the few times I've seen him play, I just am
It's
this guy's
scary.
insane. I mean, he almost beat Ben in singles. That's obviously impressive.
A few
Critiscims.
times. He's taken him.
Yeah, he's the matches are always really close. So I don't know. I think that one will be quite a bit of fun. That'll be good.
Are there any players on the tour that you fear?
That I fear?
Yeah,
Or you
fear.
don't like playing against?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like your heart skips a beat, or it's like Darth Vader coming on the court.
Oh, I feel like I don't know.
The
if
list
I
goes
can-
on and on and on. and on
Let's
and
just.
on and-
I don't want to. I'm the worst podcast.
No.
because I don't want to name names.
No,
but
I
there's definitely
totally get that.
There's definitely some players that I do not like in singles. I do not love playing.
Because of skill,
Because
energy.
I feel like some things just can get very dramatic for no reason.
I see.
And it's just a giant show sometimes with people, and it just does not need to be that way. So those matches, I've won some, I've lost some, but they're not my favorite when you just know it's going to be a mental, nightmare, and you got to push through. If that makes sense.
Is that because of line calls, or just is it? I'm sure it's a combination of a lot. I mean, I have it, even back home, just locally with people. There are some people that playing them is draining.
Yeah. It's line calls is just staying mentally tough against people that kind of
So it's mostly
all their
that stuff. It's never
antics.
anything skill based or skill wise, or a matchup wise, or their game just matches up really well against yours that that you're afraid of. That's what I'm curious about.
I definitely hated playing Zane when he had his spin serve. That was definitely not something I looked forward to, because I'm I just don't know where this thing's gonna go. So
Could you
either
not read which direction it was going?
Well, when I would play, because I only play them in mixed, obviously, I would make sure my partners, who some of them have maybe played him before in singles or men's, and so I'd be you need to point to
Just
me,
point.
where, and literally as he's serving, it's
Did they ever get it
doing
wrong
this.
for you?
No,
that's good.
I think I've done pretty well, but someone who I used to fear playing, it was my first summer of playing pro tournaments, was Morgan Evans, because he had the OG,
Yes, the OG.
spin serve.
His was crazy. His was
And
nasty.
I played him 3 times within 3 weeks, and I was here we go again. And I think every time I got a little bit better at reading his serve, but I made a TikTok about how his serve beat Dan Roditi and me in a mixed match. It was a game to 15, and he hit 13 aces.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa.
Holy moly!
I'm pretty sure it was 12 or 13, and
anything
I'll have
over.
to send you
8.
guys the
anything over 10.
TikTok because we
Yes.
just looked defeated.
Oh, I believe
Should've
it. I mean,
watched
You know what though?
his video.
If it's legal, use it. That's what I like.
yeah,
it was,
I mean,
so-
why wouldn't you use
Yeah.
it? I mean, both of us had spin serves
We were
because
big.
Oh, I would
proponents.
fear you guys then.
To
We've
the spin
never
surf.
played, haven't we?
No, we haven't.
we, you know,
I thought we were trying to plan
We
a
are.
match.
We are trying to plan a match. So if you want, I mean, I don't know. You have to prep for EPA. So I mean, if you're open sometime this week before the matches start this weekend, I'm down.
Okay.
And if shoot, Chris, if you and me want to go up against her and Garnett, I'm down.
definitely not
Oh,
Garnett, but I would love to have a
yes.
match against you and your sister. I
Yes,
think that would
let's
be a ton of fun.
Okay,
go.
well, I'm down for either. If I mean, I don't know if your
Yeah.
sister's in town. Is your sister here?
She'll be coming soon, so we need
Okay.
to definitely like this week or this
Yeah.
weekend at the tournament, like play.
Yeah, we can do the
It's too
tournament.
bad you won't be in Minnesota because that also would have been
Oh, yeah.
decent-ish chance, but that's a lot of travel. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think it'd be a ton
Well,
of fun.
time before that, even if you want to get some, I don't know, singles game, we can, I guess, go to Kyle's place
Oh, yeah.
to the private court or something, or we can go to like a public court to play some.
Have you been
if
to
you want.
Kyle's?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun little backyard
That's where we were
court.
today.
That's the dream, you know.
Oh,
have a
dude,
court.
if I had a court in my backyard,
You might actually be better than 3-5.
I might be better. I just might. I mean, we got the shirt, so
I was reading it, I was like, what does this mean? And now I see it's a pickleball reference.
yeah, this has kind of become part of the whole brand at this point.
Good.
This stuff actually just came out today, which by the time people see this, it'll be way later. But
Well,
yeah,
congrats
yeah.
on releasing the merch.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. This is
Love
all
it.
his fault.
My
It's
fault.
Only partially his fault.
It is partially. No,
What happened?
Just to clarify, I'm not actually a 3-5. I have to clarify it every
Yeah,
time.
no, I know you're not, but I'm just like, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
So the story behind it is like when we first met, I reached out to him on social media, and I decided, even though I was broke at the time, I was like, I'm gonna go and meet this guy. He seems like a cool guy. So I went
Yeah.
up. I flew
Because
up.
we both make content.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went up. I flew up to Minnesota. And we played him, and I recorded a video. I'll send it to you if you wanted to watch it, but it's actually pretty funny.
It's
Please
funny, yeah.
send it.
Yeah, and I destroyed him.
Yes, I did. I
Wow.
will admit, I did get
No,
mocked.
he was.
Oh.
I think you were probably 3-5 at the time. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd believe it.
after you watched the finish,
I did rewatch it recently, and I was like, "Good gosh,
Wow.
This is
It only went up
terrible.
from there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
It was,
it
no, let me
was-
tell you, it was bad, real bad.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. Okay, so anyways, we played, and then in one of the comments, somebody said, "Hey, Chris has come to LA once, and I played him before." And he's 3-5 at best. And then I told him, I was like, hey, somebody said you're 3-5 at best. And then I just kept on running with it. And now it's like,
Every podcast,
it's a thing.
every social post, every podcast, people come up to me at
Hashtag
tournaments.
3-5 at best.
Yeah, basically.
The-
I'm going to put that in my next post.
You should do
Yes.
it. That'd be hilarious.
People are yelling. We're playing rec games. People are running by. It's like, dang, Chris, that was a 3-5 drive.
Oh,
Yeah, literally all the time. But what was really funny at this MLP is I think some people don't realize it's a joke. So people will walk by and go, "You don't look like a 3-5 at all," and I'm like, "Well, thank you, because I'm not."
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but then I come
Wow.
in there, and then I hit a winner pass, and I'm like,
Yeah, give him the finger.
I don't even remember how. Oh, we were just talking about the match.
It's okay. You beat Thomas Shields from the Dink. That's
I
all
did.
that matters.
Oh,
Let's make that very
battle
well
of the
known.
content creators.
He came up to me and he was like, "I think you are actually 3-5 and I'm going to smoke you." I beat him in every single doubles game except one. We played like 4 or 5 and I beat him in every single one of them. So just, we're going to put...
And you swapped
Putting
the
that out
partners.
there, Thomas, watch out.
He actually did put up a really funny story today when I launched the merch.
Wait. Oh,
He
yeah,
said
that's right. What do you say?
Something along the lines of, "This is an urgent PSA. Chris will claim that he beat Thomas Shields at the Mesa MLP and that Thomas is a 3.5 at best. We want you guys to know that this is slander, and anyone who participates in this, we will sue you. We have Coop standing by."
Oh my gosh.
No, my favorite point for those matches was when Adam Stone was running by. He was definitely
drunk.
He was definitely drunk, but he ran by. He's like, "Oh, good job, Shieldy. Nice try, Shieldy."
Oh my gosh.
You gonna
that's
let Chris do that to
amazing.
you, Shieldy?
It was very funny. I loved it.
Wow.
I loved it. But Well, I think that's a pretty good place to wrap up. I don't know, do you have anything else that you wanted to say?
Not really.
You want to
no.
plug in your socials? Give a shout out to anybody.
Oh, social media, Mary Brasha Pickleball. Follow me on
Easy
Insta.
enough. No,
Yeah.
no underscore, no dot, just Mary Brasha Pickleball.
I'm trying to think.
Also follow her on TikTok, apparently.
Am I-
Yeah.
dot in
Oh
there?
yeah, TikTok. Mary B in the club. That's my.
Mary B in the club.
Is that actually
Isn't
the
that
name?
so cringy? Yeah,
funny.
it is.
Well, I don't know. Do you actually like to go clubbing?
Of course.
Oh,
who doesn't?
snap.
It's so fun.
All right.
When
We'll have to
I
go
make it to
sometime.
Championship Sunday, after we'll all celebrate.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm down.
Nice.
I don't know if Chris is down. No, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm not a big club guy, but
That's
I'm too busy grinding on the court.
It's kind of the mantra. It's not even necessarily like in a. It's just
In the actual club.
you're in like a good place in life.
Sure, you're just
know?
having a good time.
Are
Yeah.
you never not in a good place?
Oh my gosh,
Don't even
everyone
lie.
has the
You're always
moments,
happy.
But you gotta be happy.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Maybe people on the podcast can take note. Watch Mary. Be
Yeah.
happy.
There you go. I feel like I'm the worst at giving like life advice and that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
that's okay. We're definitely not a life advice podcast.
Okay.
People don't want life advice
Yeah,
from us.
yeah.
I don't
Definitely
think.
not.
So.
But I will say that pickleball, in a nice way to end this, like it really has brought so much joy to my life, and like I've met
Same.
a lot of people because of it, and I would never have thought like 2 years ago this is what I'd be doing. And like,
Same. For
here
both
we
of
are.
us.
Both of us.
So pickleball is just the best.
Yeah.
That's right.
Period.
No.
Shout outs to
it is.
Pickleball.
So, yeah, we'll end it there. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Nice.